Hi everyone. So to go into this week's discussion, talking about trends in nutrition over the next few decades, one of the things I wanted to focus on was global health, and focusing on nutrition will be a global food security, food safety, and sustainability will be a major issue and will need action. By 2050, the world's population will be 9.1 billion, which is 34% higher than it is today, and food demand is estimated to be 60% higher than it is today, while food production is slowing down. So what challenges do low and middle income countries face in tackling the nutritional issue that I picked? Nearly all the population increase will occur in developing countries. More than 1 billion people, according to studies, are currently living in hunger and undernourishment across the globe. So what does that mean for these same people who are still in very low socioeconomic status and in poverty in different parts of the world? It is estimated that more than 2 billion people globally lack vital micronutrients needed for proper health, which is skyrocketing the prices of food that are affecting the poor more than ever. So those high prices are not reflecting so much on those who can afford it, but those who cannot afford it. In many parts of the planet, low-income families are spending a major portion of their paycheck to be able to provide the foods they can hardly afford. And the situation is only growing worse with the passing time. Agriculture issues also compound these global food insecurity threats. Since the 1990s, the average annual growth of major food grain is roughly 1%, and yields have stopped increasing on 24 to 39% of the most crucial cropland areas in different regions. It is evident that the increase in the world food production, in the world food supply, we must intensify our agricultural productivity. However, it is also notable that agriculture industries, because of environmental problems, may not be able to provide or make the adequate food supply that is necessary. Farming accounts for most of the world's greenhouse gases, which directly contributes to climate change. So being able to create or yield the crops that are necessary might cause other issues when it comes to the total environmental issues as well. By 2030, 42% of Americans will be obese, which is another thing as far as more of a 5 to 10 year trend is looking at the obesity rate, and 11% of Americans will be severely obese. Duke University and the CDC researchers predict these shocking numbers are conservative, noted by some researchers, Eric A. Frankston, PhD, and colleagues. Severe obesity people are at a higher risk of diabetes, heart disease, and other obesity-related issues. Once rare is now affects 1 to 20 people, and the latest trends show that nearly 40% of Americans adults were obese in 2015 and 2016, and has steadily risen over the years. In 1985, no state had an obesity rate higher than 15%. In 2016, 5 states had rates over 35%. Obesity is really costly, with $147 billion put into a year or price tag in a year's amount. So with these predictions, obesity is an epidemic that is definitely going to be increasing and continuing to grow within the next 5-10 years, and we'll definitely see it in the nutrition field and how we're going to combat that for the future.